Hi guys, Gaming Bear here, having a quick look today at the special that's out today for the old TOG 2. So it's back, you can get it, so have a look, do you want it? So let's have a quick look, see what the deal is. So you get the tank, the TOG 2, plus 1750 gold. Let's have a look and see how much it's going to cost you and whether it's actually worth it. Okay, let's have a look. So, the deal, £15.63 for the tank. So let's have a look at it. So this is the deal. Is it worth it for £15 or €19.99? Well, is it a good tank? No, it's a rubbish tank, but you can have a lot of fun with it, and it's got a lot of kudos. So is it the sort of thing that you want? Well, let's analyse the armour, have a quick look at it, and then see whether you want to use it to train up your British heavy crews, because it's quite a big tank with quite a nice sized crew. So let's have a look closer at that. Right, I've been racking my brains as to what to do with the TOG. I'm sure many people have been thinking the same thing. Well, I've been looking at this and scratching my head and thinking, okay, well, what is it similar to? It's slow, with a good gun, okay armour, but it's tier 6. But you need to get out of that idea, because it's got preferential matchmaking. Therefore, you've got to think about it as a tier 5. So when you think about it as a tier 5 slow heavy, the armour and the gun and the mobility come into a little bit more of its own sphere. And I found a tank to compare it to, which is the BDR G1B, which has got a good gun, not so good armour, and it lumbers around the battlefield, takes a while to aim. So this is what I've used to compare to the TOG. So, from the mighty TOG 2, the ship, or shit of the desert, excuse my French, there's a lot of French words these days, and let's have a look in Tank Inspector and compare these two. Right, looking at the tank, from the front, this is the sort of angle you want to have the TOG, with a gun over the front wheel sprocket. From there, the armour is approximately 180mm, working back, there's a thinner area there which is only 130, but with the spacing you then, oh, what's happened there, 30mm? There's a gap right there which is at 30mm, but if you're moving at TOG speed it'll still be difficult to hit. So working your way back, this is all a ricochet zone, so if you aim over that the track, the area you could hit is 105mm, 70 is the thinnest armour you'll find. Then 90, going up to 120. This area is going to be mostly covered, down to about 105, 110mm. The turret itself, 114. Any weak spots? There, just around the gun, 64mm. At the side, 68. These sides, 100mm equivalent. So, that's quite good. So let's compare it to the BDR. Approximately 120, 130. Ricochet, so very, very similar. The armour, similar 100. This area, similar 70. Down to about 70-ish, 70, 80. Underneath, autobounce. The turret, about 100. 80, so these flat areas are weaker, going to around the gun mantlet, much stronger. Another weak spot this side, and the periscope at the top. Another weak spot which you see coming over the hill. It's not a monster. So this is what I've chosen to compare the TOG 2 against. So let's get down to some stats. Come on, what's happened there? There we go. Right, firepower. The penetration, they're both very, very good guns. So you're looking 170mm with the 17-pounder on the Tog II, and it gives you 171mm a pen, whereas the BDR's only got 135. But it's a 90mm gun, so it can get through 90mm of armour because of the overmatching. So it's an interesting comparison. The DPM, it's got an additional 300 DPM over the BDR. Reload time, much faster, so it's almost an extra 50% faster. Rate of fire, 12 as opposed to 6.5. Okay, so the caliber, 76mm instead of the 90. Shell velocity, 884 meters as opposed to 800, so it's about 10% faster. And the average damage dealt, you're looking 650 in comparison to the 420 of the BDR. And the average kill on the Tog is 8.4, with the BDR being 7. So anything over 7.5 is okay. So the 8.4 of the Tog is actually quite respectable. View range. Now this is quite nice. So you use the Tog from range. It's got a 360 meter view range. So you stay back and snipe. We'll get into the gun in a bit. Signal range, it's down a bit by about 150 meters ish. So it could matter a little bit, but not significant. Camouflage value, 1.5. It's quite about a 20% worse. So yeah, it's huge. It's it's gonna be seen. Whereas the BDR might be able to sneak around. Okay, maneuverability. Accuracy on the move, it's very accurate. 0.34 for this sort of level. 0.34 is good. The BDR is 0.38, which it takes a little time to become focused on point. The aim time, it's 2.2 seconds opposed to 2.4, so the guns are very similar, but the Tog II is that little bit more accurate. So the accuracy and the aim time, both respects. After shooting, it's the same. Turn the turret, it's slightly worse. On the move, it's much better, but it's a lot slower, which we'll move on to and have a look. Fully moving, it's basically a lot more accurate. Gun elevation. They've both got great gun elevation, but the Tog has got an additional 3 degrees to give it 20 instead of the 17 that the BDR's got. Gun depression, it's got 10 degrees instead of the 8 degrees that the BDR's got. So they've both got very good gun depression. Gun traverse speed, very, very good, 40 degrees per second, whereas the BDR's got 35, so it's very nice, 5 degrees more. Turret traverse, 33 as opposed to 27. Nice. Chassis traverse, it's huge, but it's only, 20%. So 20% slower, what you'd expect it. It's huge. Hit rate, not a lot in it, 0.5% in it. So between 37.8 and 37.4. So just over 1 in 3. Okay. Battle matching, about the same. You got the 5, 6, and 7 for both vehicles. Win rate, very similar. It's even higher than the BDR. So 49.5 in comparison to 48.1. Average experience, 60 more than the BDR. So you're seeing a pattern. It's the better vehicle of the two, and this is the straight comparison. So it works out quite nicely. The WN7, 150 more, so that's quite nice. WN8, you're looking 170 more, so yeah, you're looking 10-20% better on the efficiencies and the battle abilities than the tier 5 that you think is actually quite good from the French. So that's what it's compared against, and it's coming out 10-20% better. So yeah, it's and for a premium, it's very nice. So Power, it's got more power, but the power to weight ratio, it's down by about a third. Chassis traverse down by 4. Going forward, it's huge, the difference. It's half the speed. 30 of the BDR and only 14 for the TOG. Going back, 7. Well, it's only three less than the BDR, but they're both slow. Terrain resistance, it's actually quite good in comparison to the BDR. So when you're moving slowly, it'll get there. It'll just keep trundling along. Right. And the average distance travelled is significantly less than the BDR. It's just so slow. It's difficult to move around. I've seen clips of people playing these, say, jingles, playing it, and he just says you just got to keep rolling along. But we'll have to see. Let's try and work out the best way of doing things. They practice regularly with them, and they say that rolling along, shooting on the move to make sure you can get somewhere before you're timed out. So yeah, that's how they play it. So that seems to be the way to do it. Okay, income. You make an additional 7,000 over what the BDR has, and because of the gun penetration, you won't have to use premium. So you'll actually come out around about 11,000, so 7,000 better off than the BDR, which is very nice. Health, oh, it's huge. It's a HP pinata. The BDR has got 650. This has got 750 more than that at 1,400. Even just the hull has got almost twice as much as the whole of the BDR. Everything is much better off. Every aspect apart from the gun, which is only 6 worse, but everything else is looking 60, 20, 50, engines 140 tougher. Wow. The tracks 30, everything. The optics additional 20, radio 10, but that's neither here nor there. And the armour, the hull armour 16mm more, sides 36 more. The rear, well, it's so long it'll take them a week to get around it. Front of the turret, 34 more. Sides of the turret, 6. So every aspect, apart from the rear, is significantly better than the BDR. So that's what we're going to compare it against. So let's get into some gameplay and actually thinking about it being a tier 5 heavy, not a tier 6, and see what it can really do, thinking about that as the meta. So we're going to go follow what Jingles and Quickie Baby and Ike do. They go slow, they go straight for the target, and just slowly pick off people, try and get into positions, angle it like I showed, see if that works for being able to just slowly mow through your opponents. Literally, very slowly. So let's see what happens. Couple of arty who are going to be on the lookout, and there's our natural enemy, the KV2. Oh dear. Tog.
This game initially developed more or less the way you usually can't expect.
It turned quite well. So yeah, you can see by the ground resistance, it's up to that top speed very quickly. What's it trying to do? It turns quite well. If we stay back, use the view range, because it's got that huge view range. Great accuracy. So let's get over here. Try and get some shots. Protect. We've been spotted already. Who's spotted us? The arty's going to be trying to nail us. Let's get the flock out of dodge. Trying to knock anything down. Get into cover quickly. use the cover, use the undulations, angle properly. Right, we can use these. Keep moving. That's the secret. Keep moving. Too far away. But we spotted him. He was in our view range. KV2 there is going to be a pain. I'm pulling back. There's enough to deal with them. Where haven't we got people? ARL pushing the other way. Because once you're committed, that's it. It's stuck. Loads of people on the hill. They don't need help. Where does need help? Think tactically. You've got to be in the right place. Because if I was there, there are too many people there. Where am I needed? I'm in the TOG. I'm slow. Try some side shots on the VK over there and the Yag Tiger, the Yag Panther. See if we get any shots on the ARL 44 coming through after. I'm heading back. They need to pull back. What are they doing? If I go and help, I'm going to put myself out of position. The arty can move, the bishop's dead. And to keep the tactical advantage, I'm going to try and flank the ARL. And also flank the Panzer IV. Got the angles. Just missed. Let's wait for him to pop out again.
Revenges.
Yes. Just bide your time. Let it settle. Just don't be too hasty. Don't be too hasty. That's one thing that we can't do in this. Any shots? T1 coming around that way.
Never underestimate the power of human stupidity. Good. Look at these damage rates. Never underestimate the power of human stupidity. This is tracks on. Prepare to receive. Some might call it overkill. I call it amusing. Guys, I'm not. Never underestimate the power of human stupidity. Tracks off.
Keep going. Who's that?
It doesn't do it. Yeah. Well, his tracks blown off. Never underestimate the power of human stupidity. We're gonna Hey, free damage is free damage. Tracks are gone.
I'm dead, but
Fine. Move. Executed.
oh, nice. Just don't panic. Just deal with it. Engine, track gone. 2 kills. Says it all. The amount of health is worth. I could repair those. No, I couldn't. I've already used it. It shows what this can do. This is how to play it. So, yeah, I like it. It's great fun. So, yeah, I hope you can. Let's see how we did. That was just a laugh. 1700 XP, 35,000 credits. Didn't use a single premium shell. 900 damage, 500 XP, 2 kills, 15 shots, 7 hits. Yeah, nice. 1200 blocked by armour. So I angled it properly. and we soaked half the shots that came in. We managed to soak. Nice. Spotted 68. Hey. And made 8,000. 888 base times 2 plus the modifier, 2,000 XP. I can't say fairer than that. I'm keeping this, and even if I didn't have it, I'd be buying it right now. That just made me chuckle. And any normal tank would have been dead a shot or two before, but this just kept on going and just kept on dealing that damage. So yeah, I like it. I'm now a convert. I thought it was utter pants, big baggy ones, but now when you think about it in comparison to the BDR and what it can do at tier 5, that's it's pigeonhole. So yeah, play it like that. Don't let this get out of your grasp. This, and it's got the kudos. It's a TOG. You know, it brings a smile to everybody. And like, I'm grinning now. I feel happy just having driven it. So, look at the review. If you want it, get it. But I've just had a great laugh with it. So what we're looking is this really as good as other tier 5s, even though it's a tier 6 premium, which can work through and help you with your British crew. So one main thing is, are you running British heavy tanks? And is that where you want to go? Because then this could be very useful for you. But if you're not, then it may not be your sort of thing. If you're a collector, then this is definitely one to have. And is it worth €20 or 19.99? So let's have a look at some stats and have a quick look, see what's there. So summary, battles, one battle in this. So what we're looking, one single game on this, 1,500 experience, first class. Still didn't even get a mastery with him. Let's have a look. Yeah, did almost 2,500 damage, and only but bounced quite a lot of shots. Did very, very well. So and killed 4 tanks. So is it a fun, good tank? Well, yes. You can go out, get a high caliber, one single game, and go, I don't need to play it again, but you can. So it's a fun tank that you bring out to entertain people. So is it worth the 20 euros? Yeah, definitely. If you're a collector, or if you're running the British line, or if you just want to have a TOG to mess around with and just have a laugh, because it makes people smile, it makes you smile, it makes me smile just thinking about it. So just for the smile value, it's worth 20 euros of anyone's money. So for me, yeah, you got to get it. So this is the TOG II, the old gang, and I'm the Gaming Bear. So have fun with it, and see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.